going up against the Browns. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Davis. They got the call in this week.
Known as Patriot Place. Gillette store here between the Cleveland Browns and the New England Patriots. Patriots team entering play. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing, Hundley. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Let's meet the offensive starters, and let's discuss Corey Coleman, first wide receiver drafted out of last year's class.
And there was a reason for that. When you watched his tape, when you watched his games, you saw his explosiveness and ability to play the ball. Baylor, just coach him up and turn him loose.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And the linebacking core could certainly be crucial today.
They do everything really, really well. Fly to the football, defend the pass, you name it, they do it, as well as set the defensive front.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
A good explosive run there sets them up with a new set of downs, and every team wants to start their game with a really nice drive. 3 and out. No one wants to see that, and they were able to avoid it after that run.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name. Line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
But you got to give kudos to the offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Now Hundley. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. With that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And this seemingly endless drive continues. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for someone to throw to. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They'll set up to throw. And he's got Moncrief. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Back to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's good for a New England 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
It'll go as a gain of 10 there, and it'll be 1st down, New England.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there.
Come on, let's go. Ryan 38.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And he's got a new one. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up 1st downs.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about. Yeah, that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll go with a keeper. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, give them credit. That's a good, solid game there in the sneak because it all done.
They'll try and sneak it here. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You had pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. When tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he gets this one away, and it's got some hang time to it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns defense getting ready. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Got an open man. It's a new one. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. Dante Moncrief. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Dante Moncrief, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there. Really
good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football, comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Throwing, Hundley. He's got time. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Patriots take over. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, it went downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They come out here in the eye. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to take another shot here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Their dangerous wide receiver. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. Time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Anuga's got it, complete. And he's brought down. They'll get 16 yards there. And it'll give the Patriots a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw now on 1st down. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd down now after the pass completion. They'll look to throw again. His throw caught at about the 5. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
It's a quarterback sneak. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll go with the keeper. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they'll indeed take a knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to...
Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this 3rd quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. For 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And out of bounds, just shy of the end zone at the 1. Maybe a little too aggressive that time, and instead of defensive pass interference, this one goes against the offense. He'll drop to throw. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Dante Moncrief with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is now 24. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Hundley. He's got time in the pocket. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. They send Green to the left on his own.
Come on, let's go.
Throwing Hundley. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And that'll make it 3rd down. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding time. Look at the time. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident. Drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Let's go!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And that'll be incomplete. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that
he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are pouring it on. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
that's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through one-on-one tackle No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Final minute now of the third quarter. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he goes out right around the 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
So the Patriots coming out now. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. I love when a play results in a gain that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is
And he lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. A gain of 6 there on first. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a gain there of 11 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff?
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Nope.
It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception.
And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. It's a gain of 21 that time. And that's good for a New England first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile and give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2nd and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They come out here, and he is in. Touchdown, New England. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Patriots continue to roll.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And this one complete to Virgil Green. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Thought he may have gotten away with one there, but the ref caught him, and it's holding. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing, Hundley. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Coleman has it here right side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get your reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now Hundley. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the touchdown, Barth now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns defensive unit trots back out. They've had a day that they probably want to forget. Maybe it's a good thing it's a day game because they've got the night maybe to wash this one away.
There's always a thing called the 24-hour rule, win or lose, right? That you're supposed to have 24 to absorb it and then let it go. Yeah, the clock starts a little bit earlier when you play a day game, right? And they can let this thing go and move on from there. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 2. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
but
one of our
she's
guys.
singing, too.
No, she's
she's on like the 5th tune.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Stays on his feet. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And let's shift now to talking about the Patriots defense. They are holding serve here at home. The fans were into this one. They did what they needed to do.
And right now I'm just cupping my hand to my ear and listening to the approval that they're getting from the home crowd right now.
That's actually true, by the way. He was physically cupping his hand to his ear.
A job well done. Exactly what you want to accomplish, though. Let's face it, we talk to every coach in the league. We want to take care of our home games, establish home field superiority, win at home, and they're going to get that done.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw here on first down. Surveying the field. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll look to throw again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New England, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.